We had a sixsome. Aren't you 12? We met up and he tried to have pictures of period blood. You see a video of this old white man with his... Sometimes I used to join in. They did it for a week straight. Oh, by the way, y'all, I'm filming this on my Canon PowerShot V10, period. It's time. The moment all of you guys have been waiting for. The YouTube confessions video starts now. Hi, Mike and Nikes. Welcome to a new video. And today I'm going to be doing my TikTok confessions, but on YouTube because I have way too many to do in like a Get Ready With Me. And I do want to start doing like other things on my Get Ready With Me's again. So, yeah. I have them in my TikTok DMs, but from this point on, I have a Google form for that. Tell me why TikTok won't let me have a website. Like, anyway, let's get right into the video. I like my best friend's boyfriend, but I never said anything. Then I got into a fight with a friend who knew I liked him and told him that. Then I faked that and I was in a relationship to get him off my butt. And then I did end up getting into a relationship, but I still want him. Lucky might break up with my boyfriend soon because he's been ghosting me. Oh. Wow. All right. That's interesting. Let's see. Okay, so I was on this app where you can talk to people and I forgot to screenshot. Where you can talk to people and make friends, but I'm not into I'm not into dating like a dating app or anything. So I found this guy in the chat. I feel like it's Wiz. Anyway, and he asked me if I got Snap. So I said yeah, and we gave each other our Snap. So I got his Snap. Mind you, I didn't know what he looked like because he didn't have his cam on, but he told me his age. So he sent me a video on Snap. I thought it was a video of his face, but I opened it and you see a video of this old white man with his you know what out. So I blocked him. But anyway, love your vids. Bye. These confessions, y'all, on TikTok when I was reading them, there's stuff about seniors and freshmen, like, let's not. Next up we have, oh, this is a long one. Okay. So basically, I was friends with this girl named Talia, stage name, at the time, and Shred, my ex-best friend, and we were both, girl, I'm sorry, and we were both 8 or 9, I know, girl, and we had both found out what Omega was. Disclaimer, we knew what intercourse was when we were like 7. Well, I mean, of course you guys know. Because I guess, I don't know. Girl, I don't know. Because my big brother. Anyway, she was over like all the time after school and weekends. We both found out what Omega was, and we started doing the little VChat thing. And we saw many men choking the chicken, and we would just skip it. But as soon as a man came up and said that, hey girls, want to play a little game? And obviously we're like, yeah, of course it was a dirty game. And plus even he knew our ages and started asking us to do things to win the game, like take your pants off. And now take your panties off. And my friends actually did the panties one. Every time I read a confession, it gets worse and worse. It gets worse. It's getting worse. You hear me? It's getting worse. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Okay. While she took it off in front of the camera, he said, oh, you have a tight kitty cat. And then he called her kitten. And we didn't really know much better. And we had a ooh voice while speaking to him because he told us to. And then he skipped us and we pretended nothing happened. The next day, soon, we all forgot about it. Then we were in 5th grade. I ghosted her on Snapchat and then she started a whole drama thing and it got worse till 7th grade. Me and my friend group were assholes to her back after she was being a little bitch to us. Went online all the way up till 12. Well, anyway, love you. We're only 6 minutes in. Not even 6, 7. One time at night, I was up late and I heard some noises in the living room. So I went out of my living room, which was right in front of the living room. I went outside of my room, which is right in front of the living room. And my brother's room is next to mine. But anyway, I went out and saw my stepdad ring my mom. Is this really how I hit 10K on TikTok? It's a confession for my friend. She told me to tell you. So, I'm scared. Okay. Because I saw the word sleepover. So, one time me and her were having a sleepover, right? And, oh my gosh, I've been forgetting the screenshot. Oh my god. She told me to tell you. So, one time me and her were having a sleepover, right? And her parents and her parent and her parents were doing the boom baya. And she was like, did you hear that? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And she's like, I think it's okay. They do it all the time. Then she's like, sometimes I used to join in. What is wrong with y'all? There's something wrong. And no, I'm not joking. I'm not fucking joking. There's something wrong with y'all. There's something wrong. There's something wrong up here. There's something wrong up here. There's something wrong up here. Up here? No worky. No worky. There's something wrong. What? What do you mean you joined in on your parents doing the boom baya? Y'all need, no. The door's right down there. The door's right there. The door's right there. The door's right there. Yeah. Leave. Oh gosh, I saw another one that says boom baya again, and I saw parents in bed. Oh my gosh, not again. They did it for a week straight. Okay, so once when I was 6, I went to bed with my parents. By the way, I was very comfortable, but just wait. And I was very tired. But then at like 4 a.m., I don't know, 2 a.m.-ish, I think I caught my parents doing the boom baya as my mom went to the bathroom and went to sleep like nothing happened. True story. And then they did it for a week straight? Okay, so this girl, we'll call her Katie, 51, flip it around, started dating this guy, and we'll call him Andy, 91, flip it around. Can we stop? Can we stop? Because Katie could be a freshman. Katie could be a freshman. And here we go with the super senior confessions again. Y'all do not know how many times on my TikTok I've gotten super senior confessions. This is not it. This is not it. I'm a freshman. This is not it. This is not it. This is not the way to go. This is not, we're not, no. I don't want to hear it. 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 Let's not. Like, He lived in Texas. She lived in Arkansas. So they were a bit away. Also, he was dating another girl. Let's call her Annie. 41. Flip it around. Or maybe does that say, well, it says 14 flipped. Katie and Andy were dating, but it was a 4-year age gap. Oh, so it was 41 flip it. The girl was 14. And don't flip it around. What is going on? 4-year age gap and all that. But Andy was dating Annie on the side, and Katie found out. And get this, she didn't even care. By the way, Annie is 41 flip it around. Andy is 91 flip it around. So, turns out Andy and Annie have been doing the deed. And Andy said, I only her because you're not here. That's the case. That's the case. That's the case. That's the case. This is a case. Oh. This is a case. This right here, that's a case. That's a case. That's a case. That's a case. And all that was talking about... Oh, what the hell? And all that was talking about wanting a house with Katie. Mind you, they're both minors. And all that. I think Katie is still with him. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. No, because somebody literally confessed to Gore in my live. Like, Loving it. Next confession, and somebody wanted pictures of period blood. Thank you! Confession with proof. So basically, I had met this guy in my school, and I've had the biggest crush on him since 2nd grade. And then one time I confessed, but he liked my best friend instead. But a few years later, I found out that he liked me, so we started talking. And he told me that he wanted to strangle me multiple times. And he also said things as, I want to unalive you. And he would do it, but I was stupid for some reason because I thought it was normal. Okay, what was I? Another thing is, he had told me before that one time he had gotten mad. Well, I don't know why, but he told me that he was going to unalive himself mentally so that I can feel that guilt of him being sad, and so that I could basically be depressed. So fast forward a bit, this is like 6 months of talking, and I was ignoring all the red flags until one day we were texting, and I told him I had cut myself with a needle, and to give me a second to bandage myself. And at the time I had got back, he spammed how he said he wanted to see my blood, and he'll be my servant. Basically just begging, and when begging, I mean it. I have proof. But still, I didn't block him. Continued to talk a week later, and we were texting, and he said how funny it would be if someone slit my throat and attacked me. He wondered how my blood would look coming out of my throat. He had then proceeded to ask me how I would think it would come out. I blocked him. Then a few weeks later, I had found out that he did interesting things to his interesting parts to the sound of my voice without me knowing. That's just lovely. Love your videos though, boo. Why is it always in with love your videos? And there's proof of it. Like, there's proof of it. Hold up, focus. Focus. Let me turn the light on. That, okay. And that. Like, y'all. Hi, so I'm 31, flip it around. I have a sister that is 81, flip it around. So basically, my sister had this best friend that they knew since 8th grade. They're not all seniors. Boom, my sister is close with me a lot. Oh, sister best friend is close with me a lot because I was a senior, not close. And one day, my sister snuck her over when my mom was asleep. It was like 3 in the morning. And then they started drinking and smoking. And after that, we walked to the store for ice. While we were getting ice, there was a food spot connected to it. So my sister best friend got food. And we walked back to the house. I blew up a a big-ass queen-size mattress in the living room. So my sister went upstairs because her boyfriend came over, too. So my sister and her boyfriend are upstairs. And I need a phone charger. But I went upstairs to get it, but they were cracking. Like, you know what. Then I went downstairs and just started laughing. Then my sister's best friend was eating some food and then asked if I wanted some. We were eating in the mattress. So when we finished the food and the best friend was drunk and stuff. So then she said, "Can I lay on you?" I was like, "Yeah, it's good." Then she put her leg over me and her hand up my shirt and fell asleep, and I woke up and was like moving her leg off of me. Then she told me, "Come here." So I got closer, then she grabbed my face, and then we started kissing my neck. Then she moved her hand down, you know. Then after, I was so in shock, I backed up. Then she pulled me and said, "Don't run." She fine anyway, so I got closer. We started kissing, and I ate her kitty cat. And then she fell asleep while eating her kitty cat. Then she woke up like it never happened. But we still cool to this day, but we never bring it up. So yeah, there's a lot more of that stuff that happened in my life. Traumatic, funny, scary, and more. I give you permission to post if you want. So you ate your sister best friend kitty cat. Does your sister know about this is the question. I don't know how many more of these I'm gonna read. Hi James. So this is my confession. So I'm 71, flipped around, and I hooked up with my friend's ex situationship, old situationship, who's also 71, flipping around. I know this guy since middle school, and he and the girl who's 81, flipping around began to date or become a toxic situationship. They stopped talking to each other, and I've always liked him, and we recently started texting in a certain way. So probably, you know what, y'all. Oh, it looked pretty outside. Anyway, and I hooked up with him. I don't feel bad, because she's not the best person and is treating him badly. But yeah, that's my confession. Okay, that's not really too bad, right? Oh, these long confessions. I don't mind them. They just long. That's why I'm reading them now. One time, I was dating this boy named Jace, and I was in love with him. But the week of us dating, he broke up with me in the middle of class. Mind you, it was the day of love. I had gotten this big basket, and I didn't give it to him. I gave it to his friend instead because me and his friend was liking each other at the time. And we started dating after that. He found out that me and his friend was together, and he said he wanted to get back together, and I said no, and he started saying things that wasn't even about me. And after him and his started arguing. Oh, I got a notification from my school, arguing about each other dick and stuff like that, and I stayed out of it. When I went to school the next day, Jace was touching me and grabbing my leg, but I was uncomfortable, so I told him and went to my boyfriend, aka Jace is not his name. I did not want to put him out there. Alright, interesting. This one time my ex cheated on me, so I snuck into his house and stole his cat and took it to the animal shelter. Okay, that's not as bad as these other ones. Like the one I'm about to read. When I was 31, flipping around, I was talking to this 20-year-old. We met up and he tried to have sex with me, but I ran away and my mom pressed charges on him. She don't know the full story. Well, you're a victim. I hope you're okay, because that's not. One time when I was 21, flipping around, I had kind of met this toxic 18-year-old. And he was new to our town, so people didn't really know about him, but he was my lab partner, because my school was K through 12, but still, is my phone on silent? Okay, good. And they didn't sort out the grades, so he was my lab partner. We had an assignment that we didn't finish, so he came over to my house and basically pulled out a vape and started hitting it. And he said, "Want to hit this?" And of course, I didn't want to seem like a loser, so I said yes. And then we started drinking, and one thing led to another, and basically, fast forward, the next 2 weeks I missed my period. I'm pregnant. There's this one person I've been with that was back when we could get abortions, because it was legal. So I got that one because I didn't want to deal with that now. 3 more weeks, we had a project to do. I felt safer him going over to my house than to his. So his homeboys were there. And basically, we had a six-some. Aren't you 12? Because him and his 2 homies... Oh my gosh, what am I reading? This is going to be the last confession for now. Because I don't know what I have been reading. This is fucking crazy. Y'all need help. Y'all need help. Y'all need therapy. Y'all need help. And I invited some of my girls over. And we got real nasty. And but later I found out what I did. And realized he drugged me and my homegirls. So basically we went to the police. And they were like, you can't do anything about it. Because you got involved with him first. And basically they were over my... Basically because they were over my house. And they were the reason, they were over my house because at their assignment, I was going to host a party for my 13th birthday. But that never happened. So he basically, fast forward now, I'm 23 now, and he DM'd me. Say he wanted to meet up with me now that I was legal. And I said no. called the police and got arrested. I also found out I wasn't the first. Oh, and he got arrested. I also found out that I wasn't the first victim he drugged. Are you okay? Anyway, that's gonna be my last confession. Thank y'all. Oh wait, hold up. But yeah, thank y'all. Have an amazing day. Stay positive. Kisses.